to live your legacy, where every story holds a turning point, and every turning point holds the power of legacy.
Welcome to Live Your Legacy, a Miss You Graham production, a conversational podcast where we explore how life's defining moments shape the legacy we leave behind. I'm your host, Patricia D. Fortenberg, also known as Patty from New York, and this show is rooted in one simple truth. Grief is not always about death. Sometimes it comes through life's changes, losses, detours, and new beginnings. And here we speak with entrepreneurs, authors, and leaders and creators who have turned life's defining moments into meaningful work and lasting contributions. Because legacy is not only what we leave behind, it's also what we are shaping right now through vision, impact, and purpose. And today I am honored to welcome our special guest, Judith Colletti, who is a serial entrepreneur who has reinvented herself at every stage of her life. Her guiding motto, "Don't let your age be your cage," reflects a lifetime of choosing how to grow over stagnation and possibility over limitations. She believes deeply that we grow as we age and that every chapter holds potential for transformation. Let's welcome Judith to the stage. Judith, how are you? Yay! Tell us a little bit more of what you're doing and where are you coming in from?
I'm coming in from Rockford, Illinois in my office. And what am I doing right now? I'm helping professionals and entrepreneurs rediscover their purpose and confidently pivot into their next chapter, regardless of their age.
Nice. Well, I am excited to get into it. We've met on an audio app and we also met in person at Creative Con and at a beautiful entrepreneurial event. And now you're my guest here on the show and I'm excited to get into it. So put your scuba gear on, everybody, because we're getting into it. The first question we like to ask our guests, and this is maybe controversial for some, would you agree or disagree that hindsight is always 2020? Judith, take it away.
Ooh, hindsight. Well, I wish I knew at 40 what I know at 60, that's for sure. And I wouldn't have done the things that I did, and I would have handled it so differently. Yeah, I would say that hindsight is really what leads me into today and what helps me. So I learned my lessons, got my hand slapped, and moving forward from, what I did in my 30s and 40s.
Beautiful. Can you take us back for a moment and share with us a pivotal moment that changed the direction of your life and work today?
Oh, a pivotal moment. Well, I'll be honest and tell you when I was 40, I was dating a 25-year-old.
Ooh, baby. So, okay, leaning in. Let's go.
Woohoo! I was on my game. I owned and operated a car wash detail center, and I was the only woman in the state of Illinois that both owned and operated a car wash detail center. I had a 140-foot conveyor, which was quite a big operation. In the wintertime, we had 35 people working, and in the summertime, we had 20. Winter's a big thing to keep your car clean here in Illinois. Lots of things. So I traveled, I had fun. I wish I would have saved some of that money and put it to good use and created an IRA or a 401k and things like that. So, but I lived my life freely and I just, took care of my children and dated young. I did to the men what the men were doing to the women back then. So that was my motto back then.
Tell us about go back. We're not going to let you get away with this one. Take us back. Rewind a little bit. Take us back to that pivotal moment though. So you own a car wash, which is crazy. What was pivotal about that? What was pivotal? What brought you back to that?
Well, what brought lots of happy moments actually. I just was on top of my game, Patty. Like I feel I'm on top of my game today. I feel that owning and operating and being the founder of Priority Medical Transport at 62 years old, I started at 62 in my retirement. I feel like I'm back on top of my game again. And I feel that as an entrepreneur, we have to continue to reinvent ourselves when we get lemons and we make lemonade out of them. So that's what brings me back, is I remember my tenacity that I had in my 40s. And I remember the way that I handled myself then. And I'm not dating yet. Well, I do date younger still, but
Nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. I just have something with men in their 60s. But I just really feel that you can recover yourself and live your best life at any moment. You don't have to stay stuck in the rut.
That's a good message. That's a good message. And we got some other messages out here in the world. Bella Rigby unplugged. Let's go BWC. Got some love there. We got some love in our live chat. Thank you so much for viewing our friend Bella from BWC and beyond. Judith, okay, now what challenge would you say was a blessing in disguise?
Losing everything.
Tell us.
In 2018, I lost my car wash, I lost my house, I lost everything. I had a mental situation that happened.
You gave the chills because now I see the correlation of that pivotal moment. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. So I lost everything and I was just devastated because I had a mental situation go on. And due to that mental situation, I just gave up. And I lost my house, I lost my car wash, I lost everything. But it was okay because I started a new detail shop, a smaller version, which went under 2, because I've had some failures. And I jumped into a vehicle. I think driving's always been my way of getting out of my struggles. And I jumped into a vehicle in 2018 and started driving Uber through COVID.
Wow.
So I did 3,000 rides in 7 months.
Wow. I don't think I've done 3,000 rides anywhere. Wow.
I never had the Uber app to have somebody pick me up until I started this business. Wow. But I drove a lot of people everywhere.
So you've met 3,000 people.
I met 3,000 people in 7 months.
Wow. Wow. Now that explains why you're so well-rounded though, because you're very, very easy to talk to. And now that gives me more insight in why. So who has been the most memorable mentor in your life and why? And again, if you feel like, oh my God, it's not just one, tell us more. But that is the question I have for you.
My memorable mentor has been my father. I started at 8 years old going to his car wash with, it was his car wash that I owned and operated. And I bought it from him in 1999. But I started at 8 years old when we lived in Chicago. And I went to the car. What happened is my mother left me a note of, what did she leave me a note? She left me a note saying, please dust, vacuum, and take out the garbage before I get home. And that next week, during the week, I had talked to my dad and said, I'm not doing chores around the house. Can I come to work with you? And his motto is if you're up and dressed and ready to go, you can get in the car and come with me anytime. And I never looked back. And that, you snooze, you lose, Mom. But I went with Dad, and that was a remarkable time when I was 8, 9 years old. We had a Schwinn bicycle shop across the street from the car wash, and like people got cars, I got bicycles. I would go across and I would get like a bike a year and stuff like that. And he would take me while we were out in the Elgin. When he went on his run to do bank deposits, we would stop at a local store and get clothes. So I was Daddy's Italian princess, Sicilian princess.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So I'm a nickname girl. So, I'm just saying this publicly. Like when I see you next time, I'm going to call you Wheels. Wheels of Steel. Just remember that. That's really beautiful.
I should incorporate that.
What was that?
I said I should incorporate that into my mantra. Wheels of Steel.
I'm telling you.
I love driving.
It's just fascinating because you're like drive automobiles, drive bicycles, next thing you know, you might be driving a train. I don't know, maybe, but I love it.
Well, I did drive semi for a while.
Shut up.
From 2010 to 2015.
Oh my God.
When the economy was really bad, I got in and I drove semi for a while. I had a Class A CDL for quite a few years.
Wow. So that really is like in your blood. That's like your, like, I mean, I'm even knowing this. I'm even seeing this. You got some more love. Way to go, Judith. And we got Shar here. Shar saying you're an incredible lady. That's beautiful. All the love you're getting. what was there a revelation, personal motto, or lesson that helped you guide your journey?
Oh, personal motto. Let me think for a second. There's a revelation that I have on a daily basis. And one of the things that I do right now to help me keep the person that I am is to be grateful. Gratitude is really, really the way that I live my life now. And that's my revelation. And I wish I would have got it in my younger years versus my older years. But as long as the world is happening for me, not to me. And as long as I stick with that, and I know that I have faith in a higher power, and I'm a child of God, therefore I'm loved, and I know that I don't walk this earth alone, I very much believe that we can accomplish anything because gratitude rewires your brain. Gratitude helps you live a more productive lifestyle and changes your mindset.
Wow, wow. Well, that leads me right into the next question. What would you say to your younger self today?
Oh, my younger self. Get out of your own way.
I like that one.
Get out of your own way. No, I think that I was well aged before my time. That's one of the reasons why don't let your age be your cage works for me, because I think even in my 20s and 30s, I was 21 years old and opened and operated my first delicatessen, my first restaurant. So I was way beyond my years. And that's why I call myself a serial entrepreneur, because I failed at many things and I tried many things and I kept getting up and doing things. But even after I got done doing the delicatessen, I went to driving a school bus when my children were little. So everything went to driving. Driving saved me from everything. So it helped me become the person I am today. And that's one of the reasons why, we do non-emergency medical transport now, and we deliver people to and from hospital appointments and doctor's appointments and things like that. So yeah, Wheels of Steel sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's what I flow with the spirit. What could I tell you? Just as you were speaking, I'm like, this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing. What wisdom would you want your future self to keep holding on to?
Stay grateful. Wake up every morning and be grateful. Be grateful. Tell God, as David Meltzer says, tell God first thing before your feet hit the ground that thank you for waking me up. And he's one of my mentors, is David Meltzer. So
interesting. How did that work out? How did you
It's
cross?
working out great. It's working out. I met him in person at Creative Con.
Oh, so just recently.
No, 2 years ago. I met him the first time I went to Creative Con. Not the year I forgot. You, but the year before.
I didn't go that year. Okay, that's why I'm thinking my first time was wow, okay.
And then I met him the second time at Creative Con. And it was even more special then. And now I'm part of his weekly question and answer session.
Nice.
So and he's very personal. He hosts a question and answer session on every Monday morning, and he's very personal about what you can ask him anything. I ask him about, because my son and my daughter-in-law to be are joining my company, or our company now. It's not mine anymore. It's our company. Got to get it right.
But that's really awesome too, because that means it's growing, right? I like the R, because that means it's our company because it's growing.
Right.
Nothing's wrong with solopreneurs. Hey, I'm still a solo out there. But the idea of when you become an R company, that's a beautiful thing. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, but it's scary. Because we're mixing one basket,
Yeah, well, it's like getting married, right? It's like all of a sudden you're like trusting somebody else with, all of you, because let's be real, when it's your business, it's your baby. So now you're trusting all that blood and sweat, you're entrusting another human with that, whether it be a family member or not, it is a big deal. So I totally get that. And I came from a family business, so I totally resonate with those feelings. I've changed careers, but nonetheless, it's about you. What does legacy mean to you personally, Judith?
Legacy means to me, boy, you're shooting these questions at me. Legacy means to me, I want my 13-year-old granddaughter, Aubrey, to be proud of me. That's where I want my legacy to be. I want her children and her children's children and her children's children to know that Judith Colletti walked this earth and she was a powerful woman. That's what legacy means to me.
Well, we're going to go a little deeper on this one. What do you hope people remember most about the way you lived, worked, or served?
Well, my granddaughter gave me a sign that says, "I think I'm a big deal."
That's really cool.
I want people just to remember me for my compassion, my love, and my positivity. I don't want people just to remember me for my professionalism and that I drove everywhere and did everything. You know what I'm saying? I want people to remember me for my love of life and for my love of people. My children used to tell me when we used to ride the train to Chicago every year that I could make a dead dog wake up and speak to me. Because I talk to everybody on the train. You know, I mean, I tell people as they're walking into Jewel or whatever grocery store you shop at, "Good morning, how are you?" You know, I'm driving around in my little van, and when I get out and help my clients in, I tell the next driver behind me, "Good morning." So, I mean, I just want people to remember me to be that friendly face, that person that said good morning. And I tell my children all the time that I love them. I text them, you know, I have adult children. I have a 42-year-old, a 40-year-old, and a 32-year-old. And I text my 42-year-old quite regularly just to say, "I love you."
Wow. First of all, it's hard to believe that you have children in their 40s. I'm not even going to go there, but you are so inspiring because you really fit your tagline, because you don't act your age, you don't look your age. So it's just like fascinating. This model really works. Because you're the proof in the pudding. Like, you're living your motto. That's really, really awesome. If you could do it all over again, would you change anything, or did every part of the journey have a purpose?
I wouldn't change anything. I'm where I'm supposed to be today, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be today, and I'm good with that, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every moment of it. With all of the pain and suffering and challenges and blessings, you know, without the challenges, there's no blessings. You know, I mean, it's kind of like, come on, you're an entrepreneur, you know how it goes. You know, you're up and down and down and up and, you know, all over the place. So, but I think that the challenges make the blessings better.
But you wouldn't want to do it all over again, though.
Well, I don't want to start from 9.
You don't want to do it.
I wish my father could see me now.
Oh, I mean, you know, here's where we could get into another full conversation of something completely different. And you know how I feel about it. I'm like, he's with us now. Not only can he see you, he's with us, but you know, that's my own perception. What can I tell you? Another day, another topic. This is one of our signature questions. And, you know, this one I find sometimes can be juicy or just fun. But what is something about your journey that most people would be surprised to learn?
About my journey, I told you most of it. You know, I think I love younger people to keep me. I mean, like, I'm learning so much in technology. I mean, I have to call my granddaughter to help me with TikTok, or, you know, she got me 50 people so that I could go live. You know what I mean? She taught me how to do that.
I mean, that is a surprise. Like, you know, because, okay, yes, young people are awesome, right? Young people, but like the fact that you own it, like, I like to be around young people. Not everybody, you know, they might admire young people, but I don't really hear that a lot. So that is a surprise. That's really, really nice. I don't know if you want to dive a little bit more into that, but that's like really awesome that you're just like, yeah, we could learn from the young people. We're not always the smarter ones, right?
You know, I go for 4 o'clock in the morning donut runs with my granddaughter, Aubrey.
What?
I meet her where she's at, you know? I mean, there's this whole thing about staying up all night when you're a teenager. Well, she's going to bed while I'm waking up. So I text her sometimes in the morning and say good morning. And she'll be like, "I'm hungry." And I'll be like, "Well, the only thing open is Dunkin' Donuts." So we'll climb in the car and we'll go get a donut. You know, she gets a chocolate sprinkle with chocolate milk.
Oh,
Give her a rush
priceless.
before she goes to sleep.
Priceless, priceless moments. You're giving me the goosebumps. Like, I'm telling you, I love what you're sharing. It's just so, so awesome. Judith, where can people find you? Where can we see you? People want more of Judith. Where can we go? Tell us what you're doing. Let us know a little bit more about Judith today, now. Where can we go? Where can we see you?
Well, thanks to my family, I'm able to do things like this. I'm able to speak now. And there we go. My Facebook page is really one of the best places because I do a lot of funky lives. And I get on Facebook every once. I tried to be consistent, but with this business, I'm a little wonky right now. But I'm going to try and do a weekly This Old Broad live segment on Facebook. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm loving I'm thinking that's your dad.
That's my dad.
Yeah. So this is Judith's Facebook. It's Judith for any of our audio listeners when we drop it on our podcast. It's Facebook at Judith.Colletti. That's JUDITH COLLETTI. And you'll see her dad as her banner, and you can't miss it. It's awesome. Tell us a little bit more about your lives. What?
That was his favorite place, the cash register of the car wash.
I love it. That's great. He does look happy. Look at him. He's busy doing what he needs to do. Wow. So tell us a little bit more about your Facebook. You did mention you do lives.
I do a lot of lives when I travel, when I go places, when I go everywhere. I try to, just randomly things that are mundane to other people. Mm-hmm. I try to point them out. Like I was watching a construction site the other day, and they were filling up dump trucks, and the truck was bouncing, and I took a live of that.
Okay, so you're keeping everybody in the loop. You're keeping everybody in the know.
Right.
While you're on the go. I'm
keeping everybody in the loop while I'm on the go.
I'm trying to rhyme here.
That's okay. It's not working. I like the Wheels of Steel. I think I might have a poster.
That was like a download. That was like a download, from the heavens or from wherever. But here on Live Your Legacy, you heard it, everybody. Wheels of Steel, right here, Judith Colletti. Am I pronouncing your last name right? By the way,
Colletti.
Colletti. Okay, I knew I was doing something wrong. Colletti. I think I said it right before, and then I said it wrong again. So, Colletti. I like it very much. Colletti. Is that? I'm trying to be Italian now.
There you go. Well, I'm Sicilian. It's supposed to be Coletto, I think, but they messed it up at Ellis Island when you know how it is when they came.
There you go. There you go.
To the island.
So, Judith, as we're wrapping it up here on the show, and I'm so happy that you took us through a journey with you. I loved everything you shared. Inspiring message. Can you give us some closing remarks?
My closing remarks would be who you are today. Meet yourself. In the morning when you wake yourself up and you're brushing your teeth, tell yourself you love yourself. And every once in a while, take your right arm, put it on your left elbow, take your left elbow, put it on your right arm, and hug yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Wow. That's really important though, because if we're not operating from a place, how can we give that, right? How can we give love if we're not loving ourselves? How can we give anything if we're empty? So that's a really, really powerful message. Well, it's been beautiful to have you here today. I'm so thankful for all the listeners here with Judith Colletti. I got it right. Come visit her on Facebook. Come check out her lives. Come support the work she's doing. She's doing awesome things in this world. Wheels of Steel right here live on Live Your Legacy. Again, thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, and write a review. And if you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts, there we are. And until next time, thank you so much for tuning in to Live Your Legacy, a Miss You Graham production. Judith, thank you so much, and I hope you come back again to tell us a little bit more. All right, awesome.
There's more.
Yeah, there is. The story is not ended, but today the show is. With that being said, good day, and God bless.
God bless.
And every turning point holds the power of legacy. Every step, every scar, every choice we